Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation of Bernoulli distribution and its application. Here in this presentation, we will see the definition of Bernoulli distribution, the visualization of Bernoulli distribution, and some real-life practical examples. And then we will see the applications of Bernoulli distribution. And after all, we will cover the conversion of Bernoulli to the different probability distribution. And then we will see what we have studied in this presentation. So what is Bernoulli distribution? Bernoulli distribution is a discrete probability distribution for a single trial with two possible outcomes, whether there will be a success or failure. Here in this slide we will see what is the Bernoulli distribution and what are the mathematical definition of Bernoulli distribution. So here we can see for all x value is equal to 1, the probability will be p, and for all x value is equal to 0, the probability will be 1 minus p. So there will be only two conditions, like there will be a success or there will be a failure. If we consider 1 as a success, then the probability of getting success will be p, and if we consider 0 as our failure, then the probability of being failure is equal to 1 minus p. Now we will elaborate the binomial distribution and see the pattern and changes in the PDF or the distribution with the help of the graph. Now in the first graph we can see for the probability of x is equal to 0, the alternative probability which we got for x is equal to 1 is 0.8, and for probability of x is equal to 0 in the middle one of 0.8, and the alternative probability which we got for the x is equal to 1 is 0.2. So the probability ranges from 0 to 1. If the probability of success is 0.5, then the probability of failure will also be 0.5. That can be easily seen the graph which is in blue color. Now it's time to deal with the real life examples, like what is the contribution of the Bernoulli distribution to our real life examples. Here we can see a coin is flipped, then the probability of getting heads is 0.5 and the probability of getting tail is 0.5, that is 1 minus p. So with the help of this we can use the Bernoulli distribution in the coin flipping experiment. Some of the manufacturing companies also use Bernoulli distribution for finding the defective of product. So a company makes a product, then the probability of being defect is 0.02, then the alternative probability, that is the probability of there will be no defect in the item, will be 0.98. This is the another example of Bernoulli distribution. Now we will see the application of Bernoulli distribution, where in the clinical trials each trial has two possible outcomes, whether the medicine or the supplement will be success, that is the patient will recover, or we will get an event of failure, that is treatment doesn't work. Now we will see how the Bernoulli distribution is converted into the binomial distribution and what are the different conditions for the conversion. Here we can see, let these drugs are given to the n patients and we want to find out the probability that x patients have effective result. So the probability of getting the x patient shows the effective result from the n patient is given by ncx p raised to x q raised to n minus x. Now in this slide we will see how the Bernoulli distribution is transformed into the binomial distribution, and later on it is converges towards the normal distribution. Here if the patient 1 shows the probability of success of a drug, then it will be denoted as P, and if the patient 1 shows the probability of failure, that is, there is no effect of drug, then it is denoted by Q. Similarly, it was tested for the patient number 2 and he also have shown this effect similar to the patient number 1. Now, if we go till the 10 patient, so if there will be difficulties to check whether the drug are efficient or not, because going individually to the single patients will be not suitable for our conditions, like it will increase the cost as well as the time. So instead of going the individual pattern, we will get the 10 patients and we will see the X patients will show the effective result or not. So here in this case, the Bernoulli distribution is directly converted into the binomial distribution. And for finding out the probability of success, we will use the PDF of Bernoulli distribution, that is the 10CX, where 10 is the total numbers of patients, P is the probability of being success, and Q is the probability of failure. And the probability of failure for those 10 patients is given by 1 minus probability of success. If we are going for the large numbers of population, then the binomial distribution is converted into the normal distribution with mean is equal to NP and standard deviation is equal to under root of NP into 1 minus P, and the combined failure will be Q. Now in this slide we will see how to convert the binomial distribution to the normal distribution and what are some approximations for converting binomial to normal. Suppose the numbers of patients are large, then the distribution will follow normal distribution. The normal distribution is an approximation of binomial distribution when n is large, like n is greater than 30, or the p is too closer to the 0 or 1. So with the help of this situation, we can convert our binomial distribution to the normal distribution and then we will find the probability of success. There are some conclusions, like binomial distribution is used for the individual testing and the Bernoulli distribution is also used for the individual testing. If we are going to test the group wise testing, then we have to go for the binomial distribution, and if we are selecting the large numbers of population, then we have to find out the probability of being success through the normal distribution. In the next slide we will see some other field of the Bernoulli distribution. There are some another applications of Bernoulli distribution. First application is, since the distribution is binary, that is useful in the logistic regression model. In logistic regression model, we have to predict whether there will be a success or failure. So the binary distribution or Bernoulli distribution is used in logistic regression as well. In image length classification, where in binary classification, that is identifying the parameters based on the two classifications, we can use the Bernoulli distribution. Like if you want to predict what will be the image of the particular object, then we can give the information about the two objects and the algorithm will predict this image belongs to which criteria. It is also used in the Bernoulli native Bayes classification algorithm for the data that is distributed according to the multivariate Bernoulli distribution. For example, we can find the prior distribution of the following data with the help of Bernoulli distribution. Like if the posterior distribution is following the normal distribution, then with the help of Bernoulli distribution we can also find out the prior distribution of the data. So this was our short presentation regarding to the Bernoulli distribution and its application. Thank you for listening our presentation.